Tom Cruise arrived on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon to thunderous applause, his signature megawatt smile in place as he waved to the audience. Fallon greeted him enthusiastically, as always, praising Cruise's latest action film and his relentless energy. The initial banter between them was smooth, filled with laughter as Jimmy asked about Cruise's notorious stunt work and his reputation for doing dangerous scenes without body doubles. "I love the thrill," Tom said with a grin. "It's part of storytelling. I want audiences to feel it's real." Yeah. Jimmy chuckled and nodded. "You're one of a kind, man." But then Fallon made a pivot that changed the mood entirely. "You've been in the headlines lately," he said, lowering his tone. "Not just for stunts. There's been a lot of chatter about your views Scientology, certain political things. It's stirred conversation." "Slightly. I came here to talk about the movie, Jimmy," he said. Fallon responded. "Totally, but don't you think people deserve clarity, especially when public comments can influence millions?" Tom took a deep breath and crossed his arms. "I think people know what I stand for," he said calmly, but firmly. "I've never hidden anything. I speak honestly and live my truth." Fallon smiled nervously. "Right, but what about that recent viral moment at the film junket when you said mental health is being over-medicated?" That hit a lot of nerves, man. The room's mood shifted perceptibly. The audience was silent, sensing something heavier on the way. Tom looked directly at Fallon. "I said what I believe. No. We've become a society that jumps to medication. Before we understand the root cause of suffering—" "I wasn't attacking anyone," Jimmy interjected. "But don't you think that kind of statement can be dangerous? I mean, there are people struggling out there, and hearing that might make them feel judged." Tom's voice now had an edge. "Dangerous is pretending there's only one solution for everything. I'm not dismissing anyone's pain. Saying we need more conversations, not fewer." The tension became more visible. Fallon tried to steer the tone back to humor, but it wasn't landing. "Let's be real," he said. "You've always had strong views, and I respect that. But sometimes people say you use your fame to promote a belief system that isn't for everyone." Tom leaned forward. "I don't promote anything. I live my life. If people are interested, that's their choice. I'm not forcing anything on anyone." Jimmy raised an eyebrow. "Even with all due respect, when you talk about psychiatry like it's some grand conspiracy, it comes off intense. That word intensity ain't to push a button. You know what's intense?" Tom shot back. "Having your beliefs constantly reduced to tabloid headlines, being misquoted for 20 years. That's intense." Jimmy nodded, trying to diffuse. "Hey, I get it. But we're on TV. This is where people tune in to get clarity from the source." Tom replied coldly. "Or is it where people tune in to watch a performance of concern?" The audience gave a scattered applause, unsure whether they were supposed to clap or stay silent. Jimmy looked around and said, "Tom, I just think when you're a public figure, clarity matters, especially when it touches real lives." Cruise leaned back, visibly irritated now. "I think hosts should understand the difference between curiosity and ambush." Fallon blinked. "You think this is an ambush?" Tom responded. "You invited me to promote a movie. I didn't come here for a debate about my faith or my principles." Jimmy tried to lighten it. "Simon, man. We've known each other for years. I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking the questions people wonder about." Tom gave a humorless smile. "Maybe wonder about on Twitter. But you know me, Jimmy. You know I'm not some monster the media paints." The awkwardness deepened as Jimmy tried to move on, holding up a prop from the movie set. But Tom wasn't playing along anymore. "I'm not here to be dissected," Tom said flatly. "If that's what this is about, I'm happy to walk." Fallon's eyes widened slightly. "Whoa, no one wants that. But let's just talk about the movie. It's a huge release, right?" But Tom was already shaking his head. "You already made this about something else. And if you think I'm going to sit here and justify my beliefs to entertain your audience, think again." Jimmy looked at his producers off camera, clearly unsure of how to salvage the situation. "Tom, let's cool down," he said gently. "This isn't that kind of show." But Cruise was standing up now. "Exactly," he said. "So why did you turn it into that kind of show?" The audience gasped, unsure whether this was a scripted bit or a genuine breakdown. Fallon attempted to laugh it off. "You pulling a stunt on me, Tom?" he asked half-heartedly. But Tom wasn't smiling. No stunt. Just the truth. I'm out. Tom Cruise walked off stage, leaving Fallon staring after him in stunned silence. The cameras quickly cut to commercial, but the moment had already gone viral. Within minutes, clips were circulating across social media, with headlines screaming, "Tom Cruise explodes on Jimmy Fallon, and Cruise storms off set after heated clash." Fans online were divided. Some defended Cruise, praising him for not bowing to pressure and for standing his ground. Others criticized him for being too defensive and not handling the questions with more grace. Meanwhile, Jimmy's fans praised his restraint, saying he kept the tone respectful, despite Tom's apparent hostility. NBC issued a vague statement that night. Sometimes conversations on live television take unexpected turns. We respect all our guests and thank Tom Cruise for joining us. But viewers weren't satisfied. They wanted more explanation, more reaction, more drama. And they got it when Fallon addressed the incident the next night on air. "Look, I love Tom," Jimmy said in the next episode's monologue. "We've had amazing times together, and I respect him a lot. But sometimes things get heated. It happens. Live TV, folks." The audience gave a polite chuckle, but it was clear. The wounds hadn't fully healed. The media coverage intensified. The entertainment panels analyzing Tom's behavior and revisiting past moments where Cruise clashed with interviewers. Old clips of the infamous Matt Lauer confrontation and the Oprah couch jump were resurrected, fueling a broader conversation about Tom Cruise's media legacy. Analysts debated whether Tom's commitment to his beliefs makes him principled or difficult. Fallon's team, meanwhile, released the full, unedited segment online to show transparency. Some viewers said it vindicated Fallon, while others claimed it proved Cruise was pushed too far. Either way, the moment had become bigger than just one episode. It had become a full-blown cultural moment. Behind the scenes, reports surfaced that Cruise had demanded tighter pre-interview agreements, which were allegedly disregarded by the show's producers. Sources claimed Cruise had explicitly asked not to be questioned about religion or mental health during the segment. Fallon's camp neither confirmed nor denied the claims, but tensions were evident. Hollywood insiders began weighing in. Fellow actors split in their responses. Some said Fallon was just doing his job, while others argued it was time media hosts stopped trying to trap stars into gotcha moments. The incident also prompted debate about how much control celebrities should have in interviews. Can they dictate boundaries, or does their public status demand full transparency? The fallout was more than just a viral spat. It was a reflection of modern media, celebrity power, and the blurred lines between entertainment and interrogation as the noise began to settle. Tom made a surprise appearance at a film festival where he received a standing ovation. When asked by a reporter about the Fallon incident, he simply replied, "I care deeply about what I do and what I believe. I won't apologize for that." It was brief but telling. Cruise wasn't backing down. He remained focused on his film's global rollout and avoided further comments. Meanwhile, Fallon resumed his usual hosting duties, but the aftershocks of the moment lingered. Future guests reportedly asked for clarity on topic boundaries before appearing, worried they might be the next viral casualty. The tension, though subtle, had changed the show's dynamics. Even Fallon's light-hearted tone seemed slightly more measured, as if mindful of walking a tightrope between humor and controversy. It became clear that one explosive moment had left an imprint on both their reputations. And on the broader talk show landscape, in the weeks that followed, think pieces emerged, exploring the deeper implications of the clash. Commentators questioned whether talk shows were becoming less about celebrating art and more about mining controversy. Others argued that transparency and challenge are vital in an age where celebrities wield enormous influence. But amid all the noise, one truth stood out. Authenticity still matters. Whether one sided with Cruise or Fallon, the intensity of the moment showed how fragile the line is between comfort and confrontation in public discourse. Tom Cruise walking off that stage wasn't just an act of defiance, it was a declaration of boundaries, a rare, unscripted moment in an industry obsessed with polish. Fallon's attempted journalism collided with Cruise's resolve. and the fallout will be remembered as one of the most unexpected and revealing moments in late-night television history.